welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm here to talk about having a baby in Sweden. I've had 2 kids before in Sweden and this is my third, so I believe I have a good knowledge on what to know about having a baby in Sweden. Before I go on, guys, believe me or not, Sweden is said to be the best place in the whole world to give birth to a child, with the state support for women and children. Sweden has also been generally believed in being a family-oriented country where the government and the society give tremendous effort to provide the best services for their citizens and their residents. One great pride of the country, or one great pride of Sweden, is the amount of care they give to expecting mothers and their soon-to-be babies. And this care begins from the prenatal care to excellent medical services, and from there to their generous amount of leave. This is to say, guys, Sweden is the best place to have a child, to take it easy after giving birth to the child, and to take good care of your child and breastfeed the child very, very well. Moving on, I'll talk about the midwives. The midwives, as we call here in Sweden, the barnmorskor or the barnmorska, they are the primary provider of prenatal care here in Sweden. And an expecting woman or a pregnant woman can only turn to the doctor when she has complications during her pregnancy. I turned to the doctor in the beginning of my pregnancy because I had some few complications, I had some few problems, and apart from that, I can only turn to the midwives. And the only time a pregnant woman or expecting woman can as well turn to the doctor is when she needs anesthesia during childbirth. Yeah, that's the only time a pregnant woman can see the doctor and so on. Apart from that, you turn just to your midwives. Pregnant women in Sweden are not required to undergo a numerous amount of tests or visit to the midwives. Like you go, I visited the midwife just about 4 or 5 times, and it was, yeah, in the beginning of my pregnancy, I visited the midwife a lot because she wanted to know everything about me and my gastric bypass. And apart from that, I visited her again thrice or twice. Yeah, I believe so. So you don't visit the midwife so often here in Sweden when you are pregnant, except you have some problems or you need some extra follow-up and so on. So maternity care mostly consists of a few blood tests to know if your level of iron is there within the normal range. I did that, and everybody does that to know if you have a normal iron range. Midwife is considered as the best in Sweden when the woman is pregnant, which is not the case in other countries. So that's very good about Sweden. Sweden is known for having the lowest infant and maternal mortality rate in the whole world, which that is very good as compared to my country and other countries. Talking about the cost of having a child in Sweden, guys, before I go on with that one, I want to tell you guys this: the choice of having a private prenatal care is not available in Sweden, so we don't do that here in Sweden, because I hear people talk about it in other countries and so on, but it's not available here in Sweden. But having a child in Sweden, you have to, it is very, very essential to have a Swedish resident permit. Having a Swedish resident permit would make it very, very inexpensive for you to have a child in Sweden, and it's very, very expensive having a child here in Sweden. It costs about 65,000 Swedish crowns, which is approximately 900,000 US dollars. So it's always very important to have a Swedish resident permit so that you don't have huge bills. Yeah, it's so expensive having a child here in Sweden when you don't have a resident permit. Talking about maternity care, pregnant women working in risky environments such as constructions or whose jobs description requires a heavy lifting are entitled to gravidity pending or extra pregnancy benefit. I talked to you guys about that in my last video. I was entitled to a gravidity pending or an extra pregnancy benefit. That's why I'm home, or that's why I was supposed to be home from the 1st of March, because my job required heavy lifting. And yeah, so we are entitled to that, and you have a right to that. Aside from the parental leave after the baby is born, a pregnant woman can also take 2 months of paid leave during her pregnancy and an additional 11 days before the baby is due. Around 80% of her daily pay during her time off work will be paid by Fashionistas, and Fashionistas is a Swedish social insurance agency. Talking about parental leave, Sweden is considered to have the highest number of parental leave system by international standard, where parents can take 480 days of paid off time after the child is born. Since Sweden strive for gender equality, each parent is entitled to 240 days, which can be utilized till the child turns 8 years. 420 days out of the 480 days are paid at the rate of 80%, while the rest of the 90 days are paid at a flat rate. Both of the parents are also allowed by the law to reduce their working hours by up to 25% until the child turns 8 years. Once the baby is born, the hospital issues the baby's birth certificate and the registration procedure begins. A child born to a non-Swedish parent cannot acquire a Swedish nationality. That is all I have to share with you in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so tough and so tedious and so interesting filming this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it and see you guys in my next video. Bye. See you guys next time.